When I let go of who I am, I become who I might be. Or, in order to become who I might be, I have to let go of who I am. Now, I don't know who said that quote originally. I wasn't there when it was first said, but I know it's at least a couple of 100 years old, and it's actually probably a couple of 1,000 years old, and there's many different interpretations of it. And if you know who it is, by the way, who actually said it, if you know, drop it in the comments. I would love to know who originally said that quote. Not that I can shake their hand, but I struggled with it. I heard that quote probably about 5 or 6 years ago when I was about, I don't know, at least a couple of years into my personal development journey and my doing the inner work. And I first heard it and I was like, I have no idea what that means. And then it kept popping up. And I never grasped it. I never really understood it. When I let go of who I am, I become who I might be. When I let go of who I am, I become who I might be. And it just wouldn't sink in. I couldn't get it. And the reason I couldn't get it is because my ego had too much of a strong hold on me in my life. My identity was so rooted in who I was, it wouldn't even let me try and understand the concept, the quote, the phrase, the deeper meaning of the words. When I let go of who I am, I become who I might be. Now, in simple terms, if a plant seed holds on to the belief that it is a seed and nothing more, and it's just a seed, then it stays as a seed. But when the plant seed lets go of the identity of seed and everything that a seed is, the size, the shape, the density, when it lets go of what it is, it then can become what it might be. Now, the seed doesn't know what it might be because it's currently, okay, that's a different discussion for another day. The seed does, because it's got that intuition, it just knows what it might become, so it doesn't have to think it. Like us humans have this part of the brain where we overthink shit all the time, and we like to know. We like certainty. We don't like going into the unknown. Yes, that's a quote from Frozen 2. We don't like the uncertainty. We like to know. The ego loves certainty and the ego loves to know. That's why so many people struggle to make change or struggle with change, because change is always happening. It's the only consistent. It's the only thing that is consistent in life is change. Einstein said that, I think. Dropping all the quotes for you today. I don't know where they're coming from. They're just coming through. But going back to the original quote, when I let go of who I am, I become who I might be. Now, the seed has to let go of the idea that it's a seed. Not that it doesn't do this consciously, it just does it. The seed hasn't got the identity of a seed. It's got in it the potential to become something greater, something better, something more, something different. Doesn't even have to be better or more. It's just different. Let's stop judging it. It's just something more evolved, something expanded from what the seed is. So then it becomes the flower, the tree, the bush, the whatever it then eventually can become it, because it's let go of what it is. Most people struggle to make change because they haven't let go of what they are in that current moment. Not the truth of what they are, but in that current moment. Again, I reference my personal training career when I was really deep in the personal training career, and I had a lot of females come to me that 98% of them would say something along the lines of, oh, I'm big boned, no matter what I do, I just can't lose weight, my thyroid's over or underactive, I got PCOS, blah 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 blah. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way, but it is what it is. Like they're stating their identity. So again, no matter what they do, what actions they take, if they hold the identity, if they hold on to what they are, they can't become what they might be, which is an in shape, healthy, happy version of them. because they haven't quite let go of who they are. That's why a lot of the times I do with clients now, almost all the times I do with new clients now, is get them doing a visualization exercise and a letting go exercise, where they let go of who they are and they see what they might become, and they attach to that identity rather than their current reality and their current identity. Because unless they let go of their current identity, let it go. Another reference to Frozen. I feel like I need to put some kind of links in there to say, like, it's the thing for the owners and copyright. I don't know what I need to do with that. But anyway, here's the thing. They have to let go of their current identity in order to become who they might be. So whatever level you're at with life, if you want to make change, you must let go of who you are and this idea that you are this weight, that you are this body, that you are this level of income, that you are this level of smarts and brains and intellect. You must let go of the idea that you are your family's lineage, and that you have to follow in the footsteps of mom and dad, or you're only ever going to earn. I read another thing as well quite a while ago. It's something like 80% of people earn within 10% of their parents. 80% of people earn within 10% of their parents. So if their parents earn 50 grand a year, 80% of the time they're going to earn between, 45 and 55,000 a year. 80% of the time. That is huge. That's a lot of people. So out of 10, if you have 10 people at school and their parents earn 50 grand a year, 8 out of those 10 will go on to earn between 45 and 55 grand a year. Yep. Now here's the thing. If you have 10 people at school and their parents, like, one of the parents earned 10 grand a year, and then the next earned 20 grand a year, and the next earned 30 grand a year, and the next earned 40 grand a year, all the way up to 100 grand a year, then the kids are going to fall in that bracket. 8 out of 10 of them, 2 will go on to do either more or less than that. So you can look at your life right now, and I can almost guarantee there's an 8 out of 10 chance. Not only are you earning within 10% of what your parents earn, maybe at your age or even at their current age, but you're probably having a similar experience to them as well. Depending on your inner work journey and your personal development journey and how, like, where you're at with that, there's a very good chance you're having a similar experience to your parents. Very good chance. There's, like I said, an 8 out of 10 chance. And unless you let go of who you are, you will never become who you might be. Unless you let go of, I am son or daughter of this family, or grandson and granddaughter of this family. I am this age, this weight, this occupation, this. Unless you let go of all of that stuff, the surface stuff, you'll never become who you might be. And transformation will be something of a pipe dream for you. You'll dream of earning more, of being healthier, of having a better relationship and deeper connections and better sex and more freedom. And you'll just dream of more and better, but it'll never become your reality because you'll put it out there and you'll see yourself as here, and you'll see it as this world of duality, here and there, rather than seeing it as a world of oneness, and everything is all one, it's all part of the whole. And when you see yourself as part of the whole, you get to tune into the part of the whole, and you get to be in flow with the whole, knowing that the whole is all about, not whole as in going into a hole, but the whole of everything is all about expansion. That's what the universe is. That's what the laws of the universe is. It's basically just expansion. Expanding. That doesn't mean expand your waistline. It means expanding and growing and improving and evolving in every aspect. So all of your pain is caused by the fact that you're holding on to a limited, small version of you. You're not allowing yourself to expand. Look at kids up until the age of probably, I don't really know what is actually true on this one, but I reckon up until the age of, probably 18. Humans up until the age of about 18, they don't have too many problems. Okay, in the world now, it's probably up to the age of 8, and then it starts because of, like, technology and stuff is getting into their lives. But up until the age of, like, at least 8 or 9, kids are growing and expanding so much, so they don't have too much problems, challenges, struggles in their life because they're just constantly doing what the universe wants them to do. They're in touch with nature and the life that they are. They're in touch with this source energy, God energy, love, light, expand, whatever it is, whatever word works for you. They're in tune with nature, so they're constantly expanding, evolving and growing, and that's what we're all here designed to do. And then after that the problems start. Why? Because we start suppressing this desire to grow and expand. We start comparing ourselves to others, and we start pushing ourselves down and start talking to ourselves badly. Oh, I'm not as good as them, and blah 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 blah. And all you're doing is when you say I'm not as good as them, I'm not as good as this, I'm not as pretty as I want to be, I'm not as rich as I want to be, you're compressing everything. And then you're in the energy, like the lower vibrational energies of like guilt, of shame, of depression, and even apathy as well. Like that's not life. That isn't life. They're just things you create for yourself. Now, I can be arrogant enough to say that because I have been there. I've experienced apathy. I've experienced depression. I've experienced suicidal thoughts. Nothing outside of me created those. I created those. My brain didn't even create it. My diet didn't even create it. I created it by way of thought, where I focus my energy and my attention and my awareness, which is what I am. I am awareness, just like what you are. You are pure consciousness and awareness. That's going too deep for this one. We'll just put that in a box over there and maybe come back to it another day. But the statement, I am depressed, isn't true because you are not depressed. You are life, wanting to evolve and expand. You might feel depressed, but you're not depressed. You are not depressed. Your identity isn't depressed. I don't have to send a letter to Mr. Depressed or Mrs. Depressed. No, send it to your name, and you feel that way. So when you realize you're not it, the feeling, like the feeling, you're feeling the feeling, you're aware of the feeling, but you're not it, boom, all of a sudden you're actually free from that feeling because you've detached from it. It's over there and you're here. Fastest way to get out of any feeling that you don't want to feel is look at it. Rather than try and suppress it and run away from it, because that just makes it bigger, like an annoying little kid that wants your attention. If you try and push it away, did this thing with my kids the other day, like we were playing and messing around and stuff, and they were coming towards me, and I literally did the hand on the forehead thing. I hated that when I was a kid, and my uncle used to do that to me. But I was like, I'm old enough now, and I've got 2 children that I can do it back to. So I pushed on their head, and they were giggling, they were loving it, like trying to like come towards me and stuff, and they were absolutely loving it. The more I resisted, the harder they pushed. And as soon as I move my hands away, they're out of the way. The more you resist, it's going to persist. So if you're resisting all the bad feelings, it's just going to persist. The way out of those bad feelings, I'm going off on a bit of a tangent, I think, but I'm sure we'll come back to the meaning of this one. The more I resist, the more it's going to persist. But the more I become the space and the awareness of whether it's the kids that want to push the thing, go, hey, how you doing? Give them a cuddle and embrace them. Then they go, oh, bored of this now. And they want to go and do something else. And they're gone. The resistance isn't there anymore. And then I'm free to then expand and evolve and do my thing because I've given them what they wanted. They wanted that little bit of attention. Just like any low vibrational frequency and vibration and energy and mood that you feel, it just wants your attention, just like a little kid. So you get to be the space for it, knowing that it's not bigger than you, and you get to be the space for it and don't go, I'm depressed, I'm angry, I'm sad, I'm mad, I'm jealous, I'm resentful, I'm envious, or any of those. You go, no, I feel those things. It means I can be the space for them. And Carl Cease talks about this a lot, about how you can just love them and be the space for it, and then they dissolve and go, and then you're free to actually be how you want to be, feel how you want to feel, and become what you might be. So when you let go, there we go, all the way back. So I love it when this stuff happens. When I let go of who I am, which might be in the moment angry, depressed, stressed, annoyed, whatever it might be, if something frustrated, if something's not quite happening for me, when I let go of who I am in that moment, and when I just become the space for it, and then those feelings dissolve, not evolve, or maybe evolve into higher frequencies and higher states, but they dissolve, then I become who I might be, which is happy, joyous, free to express, because my focus and attention and awareness and energy isn't given to these lower vibrational energies and frequencies and states and moods. It's actually a space for the higher vibrational moods to come through me. And when I'm operating on that level of the higher vibrations, on the love, on the joy, on the peace, on the enlightenment, on the excitement, on the acceptance, on the appreciation, on the gratitude, when I'm coming from those places, only good comes out of me. And when I put good out into the world, knowing that this world is a world of reciprocity and magnetism, whatever I put out, I know is going to come back. What you sow, you reap, right? Now, I don't want to be reaping depression, anger, jealousy, envy, hate, guilt, shame. I don't want to be reaping any of those. So if I don't want to reap them, I've got to stop sowing them. And if I want to stop sowing them, I've got to look at them and go, oh, okay, I see you, I feel you, but I don't want you. I see you and I feel you, but I don't want you. I don't need you. You don't have no benefit to my life whatsoever. So I'm not going to sit around and feel them for too long. I'm going to be the space for them until they need, but I'm not going to say I am this. I'm not going to hold my identity as that. I am overweight. I am broke. I am unhappy with my relationships. I'm not going to stay there. I'm going to be the awareness for that feeling in those situations. And I go, hey, it is what it is. If I'm overweight, if I'm broke, if I'm unhappy in my relationships, if I'm unhappy with my direction in life, career, calling, I'm not going to resist it and fight and go, oh, I wish it wasn't this way, and I'm in a battle with this situation. I'm going to go, no, it is what it is. I'm going to accept it. Acceptance precedes change. So I'm going to stop fighting with what is, like Eckhart Tolle talks about. Stop fighting with what is. Start accepting what is. Start loving what is. Byron Katie with an incredible book, Loving What Is. I'll start love what is. I'm going to give it my love. Doesn't mean that I want it. It means I'm just going to give it my love. So I see that I'm bigger than it. I let go of my identity as the one that's fighting with this and that's always fighting with money, with relationships, with health, with career. I'm going to stop fighting with it. I don't want that as my identity that always fights with these things. I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover, not a fighter. So I don't want to fight with those things. So I go, I get to love it all because it is here right now, so I may as well love it. Right, where are the lessons? What's it teaching me? I've tried to get in that area, and I've tried to get in that area, and I've been selfish in that area, and I've been lazy in that area. And cause and effect, it's a thing, the way the world works, cause and effect. So I've been the cause in that area, I was the cause in that area, I was the cause in that area, I've been causing that area. I don't want the effects. If I don't want the effects, I get to change the cause. And if I'm being this way, and that's what's causing those effects, I just get to be a different way. I get to let go of that identity of someone who tries to overcome, tries to prove something, tries to fight against things. Tries to go, look at me and what I did and what I achieved. I let go of that identity and go, nope, don't need to prove anything to anybody because I am enough. I'm good enough, just as I am right now. I want more and desire more, and that's absolutely fine. Just like the seed might desire to become the rose bush, but it knows that it's got the potential to become the rose bush. So it lets go of the identity of little scared seed in the ground, all contracted, and goes, no, I'm going to trust. I'm going to open, I'm going to expand, I'm going to have that vision in my life of what I'm going to look like when I've fully expanded, when I've brought the nutrients up from the soil and I've absorbed the water and my leaves are there and now I've got the sunlight hitting me and photosynthesis and all the oxygen, the carbon dioxide, and I can just, that's what we're here for. To let go of who we are so we can become who we might be. You have to let go of who you are in order to become who you might be. And who you might be is a much better, happier, healthier, wealthier, more connected, someone has more opportunities, whatever it is that you desire, that's who you might be if you let go of who you are. So, Matt, how do I let go of who I am? First things first, you have to become aware of who you're being. You have to become aware of who you're being. And what I mean by that is you start writing down your I am statements. Oh, I am overweight. I am broke. I'm terrible with money. I can't be trusted. Blah, 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 blah. All those things, all those beliefs you have about yourself, all those stories you have about yourself. I'm a doctor. Still a story. You're not a doctor at all. You may have studied some stuff and recited some stuff and learnt some stuff and memorized some stuff and then wrote some stuff down. And somebody else then said, yes, that stuff that you wrote is what we would like you to write. So now we're going to say you're a doctor. And you go, oh, I'm a doctor. No, you're not a doctor at all. You're not a doctor, you're not a lawyer, you're not a teacher, you're not even a parent, a son, a daughter, a brother, a sister, whatever your job role is, a PhD or anything like that, letters after your name. You're not any of that stuff. You might have done that stuff. You might be experiencing that stuff in a world of duality, but that's not who you are. You are pure potentiality, as Deepak Chopra says. You are infinite potentiality, not pure potentiality, infinite potentiality. All potentials exist in the quantum field. All potentials exist, and the one that you bring into reality is the one that you focus on. So whatever you're focusing on right now, that's just going to be your reality in the next 5 to 10 years. Your current reality is where you've focused your energy in the past, and you've got that reality. So if you want a different reality, you have to let go of who you are and focus on what it is that you actually want. Let go of who you are by becoming aware. First of all, awareness precedes change. Remember, becoming aware of what you're saying about yourself to yourself and to others and how you describe yourself. Might be a bit weird if you got somebody and they go, oh, what do you do? And you go, oh, I just consciously expand continuously. They go, what? So yeah, you might have to be careful with your audience on that one. I am pure love. I am pure light. I am the universe expressing itself in human form. Now, you could be fearful for saying that, or not saying that, fearful, and then don't say that in case of what they might say. Or you might do it like I've just done, and then someone on the other end might be going, oh, I like that. And they might be going, tell me more about that. That sounds quite cool. I don't like being a vet anymore. I'd like to be pure potentiality in the universe just expressing itself continuously, forever and ever and always. I'd like to be that too. I don't like being a teacher. I want to be that. When the water goes up, all the boats rise. That's what this is all about. It's just about elevating. It's just about rising. It's about increasing and expanding the consciousness of humanity forever. We're going too deep. We're going to stop with the depth. We're going to stop with the depth. We're going to stop. You have enough today. When I let go of who I am, I become who I might be. Let go of who you are if you want to become something different, something more, something better, something happier, something freer, something healthier, something wealthier. You have to let go of what and who you are right now, or what you believe you are right now. You do that by becoming aware of your beliefs about yourself, your I am statements. I am this, I am that, I am the other. You get to delete all of those, cancel all of those. Your ego will kick up a massive fuss. Most people aren't even at this point in the video because their ego kicked up too much of a fuss to get this far. But every soul needs to hear this. And if you're still watching this, it's because your soul is going, oh my God, this is amazing. The truth of me is finally being revealed. I can now become who I might be because I'm going to let go of who I am. Go do the work. Go be aware of your I am statements. Then catch the vision for your life. Close your eyes. What's the vision for my life? That's what I might become. Okay, then they become your I am statements. I am this, I am that, I'm the other. I am consciousness expanding continuously. I'm the universe expressing itself in human form. I'm blah, 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 blah. I'm God having a human incarnation. I'm playing in the field of consciousness. Whatever works right for you. You go, oh my God, I'm life expressing itself. I am totally free. Always have been, always will be. It's just my mind that held me back and imprisoned me before. So you get to let go of all that stuff, but you get to move forwards if that's what you want. That's all I got for you today. I need a thumbnail. You can stop now because I'm not gonna think. I'm gonna let it come through me. The thumbnail for today is gonna be, we're gonna go high up here. Do this. That could be the thumbnail. I don't know what that might be, but there we go. Thanks for watching. Speak to you soon.